Nothing but a piece of shit. You don't know shit. And the Most High never wanted in the first place.
Obviously,
you know?
That right, innit?
Precept.
Yes. Connection you're with the white man.
Just the last bit. Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit. They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee.
These heathens can't wait to get hold of you, man. Because you've been fucking around with them for so long. You've been oppressing everybody, man.
They're gonna wake your ass.
So when they get the opportunity to fuck you up, man, they're gonna enjoy it, man. These heathens are gonna fucking love it, man.
Time's over, your guys gonna go back.
We're gonna love it. But you heathens are going down too, don't get it twisted. And we're gonna love the fact that you're going down, man. You know? Go on up.
I can mention, you know, Japan
that made the earth to travel, that shaped kingdoms, that made the world as a wilderness and destroyed the cities thereof, that opened not the house of his prisoners.
I hasn't even taken a breath, bro.
Hey, for what if some does not believe, man?
You don't need no breath.
So it said, they that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble and did shake kingdoms? So basically they're going to look at you as if you never, like, how the hell have you gone from the top to the bottom? Alright, and it's going to be something that people look upon and marvel at when they see that destruction, the way the Lord's going to take you down. It's going to feel like it's a movie, man. Like you're actually watching this really live. Is this live? Are we really seeing this? But it's going to be taken down in a funny fashion, man.
In the mind of these devils, man, these Edomites, they can't see their kingdom ever being taken down. So even though if these heathens speak about destroying this and destroying that, man, they laugh at that, man. They don't take that serious. It's not a real threat to them. They don't believe it, you know. But when they see it, they're gonna be astonished. That America was destroyed. Like how? They're gonna be bugged out by that, man. You know. And like I said, the heathens gonna love it when they get the opportunity to get their hands on you, man. You know.
2 Thessalonians 2:3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed.
Right, that man of sin is now very evident to us. Okay, but most people don't really believe that the so-called white man is the devil that we speak about, that the scriptures speak about. But when you analyze the information, you can only come to one conclusion, man. You can only come to one conclusion that the so-called white man is the devil, that he is the Edomites of the scriptures. It's the only logical conclusion you can come to.
The son of perdition, this is the point, who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called the Most High.
That's right, he ain't happy with none of this place, man. He wants to destroy all of it. He wants to twist, corrupt all of it, man. He is a great corrupter. Okay? He wants to corrupt every damn thing, man, because he's upset with the Heavenly Father, man. You know, it's like Esau don't, you know, Esau, because the Most High kicked him out, you know, kicked Cain out, you know, he got a personal grudge against the Heavenly Father now. Because he killed his brother, but hey, you was in the wrong. You killed your brother. And the Most High was pissed off with that. You lucky you didn't get your ass smoked then.
And then you lied about it.
You fucking lied about it, like a devil. Right? Like a goddamn devil, man. And that's what you continue to do. And my brother's keeper. It's like now you're trying to say, oh, slavery was in the past, oh, you know, we're sorry. Like you're not at fault for nothing.
Yeah.
You're still at fault for it. You just haven't paid for it yet. So we can't enforce nothing upon you because we ain't got the power to. But someone does.
Yeah. It's kind of like in the scripture, you commit adultery, you get caught. I'm sorry.
What does that mean?
What does that mean?
You know, judgment's coming for you still. You know, it doesn't matter at the end of the day. It doesn't matter what you say. The Most High's anger is not going to be dissuaded. You're not going to pacify the Heavenly Father, man, by saying you're sorry. You have to play with your life, with your blood. Okay, just like the scriptures say. Because you shed our blood. So your blood has to be shed to balance that out, man. And to bear in mind that our blood is very more precious to the Heavenly Father than your blood. A lot of you gotta go, man. You know? Imagine that, a whole nation is gonna disappear for the sake of Israel, man.
Precept.
Go on now.
Habakkuk 2:12. Woe to him that buildeth a town with blood, and establisheth a city by iniquity.
That's right, and this whole place, every land that Esau occupies, man, it's been established with blood. There's not one place where it hasn't. But you know, focusing on our people, man, what he did when he went to the Americas, to Gad and to you know the Latin tribes and that, man. You know, I ain't gonna forget that. Okay? It needs to be repaid, man. And you go on further that infliction by bringing Jake from the coast of West Coast of Africa to the Americas to shed more blood. You was never satisfied. It's the thing, you're never satisfied, man. You were as death. You just wanted to shed more and more blood, man, because it helped further your agenda. That's why you're into witchcraft, man. You have to shed blood. You know? It's for Satan to be with you, man. Yep.
Numbers 35 and 33. So ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are, for blood it defileth the land.
Yep.
And the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it.
That's right, man. And that's why the slaying of the Lord will be many. You know, all that blood has to be shed. Okay, like I said, some of you are going to survive. You're going to go into chains. So if you call that salvation, then go ahead. Okay, but you're going to chain, you're going into slavery. Okay, but blood is going to be shed. Okay, because this has to be balanced out. Okay, for what you've done to us.
Scripture.
Oh, no.
Psalms 5 and verse 6. Thou shalt destroy them that speak leasing. The Lord will abhor.
Yeah, that was in the past. You know, we're all friends now. Yeah. Yeah. All right.
Will abhor the bloody and deceitful man.
He's still the same dude. He's still that bloody and deceitful man. He just don't want the fucking heat. That's why you're gonna try and pacify Jake, because he don't want the fucking heat. He don't want to be made to feel ashamed. But he should be feeling real shitty about himself, man. Every last fucking Edomite should feel shitty about themselves. But guess what? They don't. That's why they ain't telling us who we are. That's why they're not gonna establish us. They ain't gonna do none of that. They're gonna keep us down in the fucking bottom, man. That's what they want. They don't feel ashamed, man. They're happy. They're proud of what they did.
Yep.
These devils just act in your faces. They don't.
Yeah, that's why you see them build. You know, we built schools in Africa.
Yeah.
You know, we built schools in Africa. We, you know,
Oh, some museums.
we
and
handed
shit.
out water and bro, come on, man. You're just a hypocrite, man.
I mean that.
All right, and you're just playing the people, man.
Yeah.
You know, actually, no, they're really cool. They're really sorry for what.
I'm a humanitarian.
Yeah, humanitarians, and they're vegan. You know, I'm a vegan humanitarian.
A vegan humanitarian feminist.
Feminist. Yeah, go on, man.
Job 20 and 10.
Yeah, it's crazy.
His children shall seek to please the poor, and his hands
yeah.
shall restore their goods, man.
Yeah.
And the thing is, it's like if you stole something, you're trying to give it back. I mean, bro, it's mine anyway.
That's what I'm saying.
Don't try it. It's like some guy comes and breaks your house and takes your PS4 controller.
Yeah.
Yeah, here you go, man.
Yeah.
It's not mine.
Yeah, used it for 10 years. They're trying to give it back when there's a PS5 out.
Yeah. How about this? Steals your woman. Yeah.
Steals your woman.
Pipes it, you know, rape, you know.
No, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
No, I mean, I didn't. It wasn't like that.
Nah, man. Nah.
It wasn't like that.
But can you accept that? Hell no, we can't
Hell
fucking
no,
accept that,
man.
man.
No.
That's not acceptable. I know, because like I said, everything really belongs to us in the first place.
Yeah.
But ain't no Edomite ever gonna give us his house.
Nope.
Oh, how did you get that house? Oh, well, you know.
Well,
You're usually using a position to have a house in the first place because all the wickedness your fucking daddies did,
it's a
man.
substance to your babes.
That's it. Just give me your fucking house. They ain't gonna fucking do
Esau,
that.
you know what he says? You know what this guy says? I have empathy for you. No, nigga, you can't have empathy if you ain't been through it.
Yeah.
Like, for example, let's say there's a brother out there, his woman cheats on him, and I hear it, I can empathize. So I'm like, yo, it happened to me. So, unless you're on the ground, I can't accept you.
I'm like, are you offering? You know, do you want to be my slave?
Yeah. So
Right. I'll make you my slave. Fine. You know, do my cooking, my cleaning, all that kind of shit. I'll do that.
I'm trying to rip your skin off your back. How about that? I'm not trying to. I ain't trying to have you clean my place. I'll get a hammer.
We want to know how it feels to be on the whipping side. Because we can't really, comprehend that yet. You know what I'm saying? We want to feel that too.
Oh, no.
Because then we can empathize with you lot.
Yeah. Because in the kingdom, me, personally,
To try it out.
I ain't gonna have no Edomite. I ain't gonna have no Edomite as a maid. No, he's there with a broom, Nah, you're gonna be in the pit. You're gonna be in the pit with a broom down your throat.
Missing the leg.
That's gonna be a good job.
That's gonna be a good government job.
Basically, the scripture says in the Apocrypha that the world was made for our sakes. So in Daniel's 4 and 17, I believe, it tells you that the basis of men are in power. So here it is. They've got this world through theft because it doesn't belong for them and it wasn't made for them. And basically, they're trying to keep it from us, man. So it's righteous that these people suffer a double according to their work.
And on top of that, man, you don't give us back what was ours. And technically, you Edomites are ours too. These people of the earth are ours. You know? So no one should have no fucking arguments, man. You know? It is what the Lord says it is. Okay?
Hey, well, Ezra said the world was made for our sakes.
That's it, but we just
you know?
That's right.
It's literally made for our sakes.
Yeah, that means
and he was pissed. He was pissed. He was like, hold on, why do we not possess an inheritance with the world? How long shall this enjoy? You know? It says Psalm 17 and 13, arise, O Lord Yahweh, disappoint him. Cast him down. Deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword.
Yeah, disappoint him, man, because Esau wants to rule forever. He wants to rule this earth under his authoritarian rulership, under his wicked ass rulership, his backward rulership, man. Okay, but hey, what we saying? Disappoint him, Lord.
Yeah.
Fuck him up.
From men which are thy hand, O Yahweh, from the men of the world which have their portion in this life.
Yeah, this life, man. Yeah.
Whose belly thou fillest with thy hid treasure.
Meaning their portion is not in the kingdom, man.
Right.
Their portion is before the kingdom. All these nations had their portion, but their portion is not in the kingdom, man. That's our portion.
And it says, and whose belly thou fillest with thy hid treasure, they are full of children, and leave the rest of their substance to their babes. You know?
Yeah. So that's like that generational wealth being passed on. But guess what? It was passed on through blood.
That's it.
It was all blood money, man. Blood assets.
Yeah.
You know? So you can't say that, you know, you can't act like you don't own something that you shouldn't have.
Yeah.
Because you wouldn't have had it otherwise. You know? All these great businesses, these great companies, man, guess what? They're all based on slave trade.
That's it.
So anything that was built off those money, that circulation of money going around, guess what? It's all blood money.
Yeah, man.
You know, that's why they say, well, to the city built with the bloody city.
So, yeah, that's it. Yeah. And you got certain jakes out, or we got to build our own communities. Bro, even if you get the money or whatever, whose face is on that money, man? And does that money even exist? Bro, that money's printed, man. It don't mean shit. You know? You can't, look, that's not real wealth.
Yeah.
First and foremost, the scriptures tell you what real wealth is.
Yeah.
You know?
Bro, Jake would be like, we got to feed our people, so you know what you do? It's like a Benford Town, you go to Costco, get packs of water, Costco, and get chicken. Bro, you're paying Esau.
Right, you're paying him.
Yeah, or like, you know how you have a conscious benchmark. Black businesses, yeah? They're serving your corridor. Where you buy that from? Who's been putting the meat? You? Did you put it in your suitcase?
How you running the shop? Esau.
Yeah.
You pay your taxes too.
Put it in the
Esau.
suitcase.
Handing out turkeys like Mommy Johnson.
Yeah.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Like an American gangster.
Yeah.
He opens up the van.
Yeah, you got the niggas just
Merry
turkey.
Christmas! You're so great.
Yeah.
You got turkey.
Who gave you them turkeys, man?
Yeah.
You know, you didn't go out and hunt them yourself or nothing like that. Hey,
But
but
you don't even do that, but that's not a solution.
that's not a solution.
That's not a solution, man. That is some temporal, very, very temporal fix for someone's hunger. It is not a solution to things, man.
Turkey.
Okay, that's not teaching our people anything. Okay, you're not teaching them the scriptures, you're not teaching them their salvation, you're not teaching none of that stuff. Giving them food don't achieve nothing.
Right.
Oh, you kept them from being hungry.
Yeah.
Right, no, noble, but what else?
It's not changed the condition.
Yeah, the niggas
know?
eating that fruit. They don't deserve
Oh.
it anyway.
But what did the Lord say? What did the Lord say to that to that woman, man? From the this is the water that you should never thirst.
Yeah.
It's not about actual food and actual water, man. It's actually the word. You know, this is what can save our people.
And that's why he cursed them out. We're like, man, you niggas only here for some bread. No,
Yeah.
I'm not here. I'm not here for that. No, you are.
Me to hear what you're saying.
No, I'm not here. You You know, he's probably waiting. He's just waiting for your house shy to finish. Yo, so we getting that bread? You know, niggas, man.
I thought you said it was bread.
I said, I mean, I heard a lot. I heard it's sweet. I didn't get some last time.
He's standing there.
He's standing there. He's like, I don't know what you're saying, but the bread though. You know?
Precept.
Go on, man.
Isaiah 5:13.
Tongue game.
Therefore my people are gone into captivity because they have no knowledge. And their honorable men are famished.
And you know what that means when it says the honorable men are famished? Farrakhan, you know, that guy.
That's some funny, bro.
You know, like, look at him. He's an old 80-year-old nigga with gel in his hair. You know, and that's your leaders. Or sometimes sometimes you know what they try and do? They get deep in you. Marcus God. You know? they get deep in you with a Marcus.
Yeah.
They're like, bro, they're famished. They hate the food. He's supposed to lead you.
Leaders of this people.
But he's dead too. He's more dead than you.
And their multitude dried up with thirst.
They dried up, man. Like you know how you had the Million Man March. I'm black. You know, I'm somebody.
But basically, man, that's them dry bones, man. Our people are dry bones. Okay, they have no substance, man. They have no wisdom, no knowledge, and this is what leads to all their problems, man. And they don't know it. And that's why they're in the congregation today, because they have no understanding. You know?
Acts 3:1. Now Peter and John went up together into the temple at the hour of prayer, being the 9th hour, and a certain lame man, lame from his mother's womb, was carried, whom they laid daily at the gate of the temple, which is called Beautiful, to ask alms of them that entered into the temple, who seeing Peter and John about to go into the temple asked an alms. And Peter fastened his eyes upon him with John, look on us, and he gave heed unto them, expecting to receive something of them, like you were saying, you know, to feed your people and whatever, that's all good and well, but what else?
Yeah.
You know, you have to feed them with this truth, you know. And he gave heed unto them, expecting to receive something of them. Then Peter said, silver and gold have I none. And that's spiritual, because I remember when I was early on when I was driving, I see basically at East Ham, I see one preacher and he was going in, you know, past the pork chop, you know, one of them West Coast Jake preachers in his suit and everything, some rest, Sunday's best suit on, yeah, clean black shoes, suede it out anyway. So he was preaching, right? And then one of them Romanian women with this headscarf come up to him, stood there with a walking stick for 2 seconds, and afterwards went like this, and he went quiet. Didn't know what to say. I was like, man, you should have read this. When Peter said, silver and gold have I none, but such as I have give I thee. In the name of Yahweh Shai of Nazareth, rise up and walk.
Which is this word, man. This is what we have to give, which is more valuable than bread, more valuable than water, you know, because that bread and water can't give you life.
Yeah. No substance.
So, you know, none of us are rich, you know what I mean? We're all poor. You know what I'm saying? So we don't really have much to give. But what we do have is very precious, very valuable.
Hey, did you see what he said?
13.
He saw the sign, he's like 13. Idiot, bro.
Get out of here, man.
It needs to be the Alpha Costa.
Well, ain't the fucking Edomite, is it? So fuck it, man.
You ain't there.
Don't worry about it, man. That's what I'm saying, bro. You're Edomite, don't worry about that.
I've got a precept.
Go on, yeah.
John 6:27. Labour not for the meat which perisheth, but for the meat which endureth unto everlasting life, which the Son of Man shall give unto you. For him have Yahweh the Father sealed.
That's right. So this is the important thing, man. Is this word? Okay, you're feeding your people the word, man.
Yep.
You know, that's not to say you can't be charitable. You know, you got something you can give it, whatever. But if you think that's the whole service of the Lord, you're very mistaken, man. That is a good work, man, because you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. Okay, so really it's a minute work in comparison to what you're supposed to be doing, man. You know? Because people don't respect, like the what was I say, the time when Yahweh was teaching, and you know, there was wine, there was water, there was bread going out. Guess what? They came for that. They didn't come to hear the word, which could have saved them. But guess what? It wasn't meant for them to receive it. But they were meant to fill their bellies, though.
Where the food at? Where the food at?
Yeah. But that didn't benefit them. That never showed them the way to salvation.
You know what? This guy probably heard it was so nice, so he said, I ain't gonna eat, so I have space. You know, niggas, man. If they come, I'm gonna have a buffet. I'm gonna take some extra.
Because a man can perish, but if you got the truth, man, it doesn't matter.
True.
You know what I mean? Because we can all perish, we can all die, we're hungry or not hungry, man. You know, but we have the truth, which is more important than having any other substance.
Nourishment.
You know? So, you know, the bread and water thing, like I say, it's not... it ain't what it's all about, isn't it?
Hey, the typical, that's how you know it's Jake, man, because if you've ever been abroad, right, and your family over there see you, first thing they say, English, what you got for me? You know? And they try to befriend you, man, just to get gain from you, man, but they don't care. They don't even know you're in England suffering, man, you know? They don't know that you're oppressed here, man, and you know.
Well, they think of England as the first world, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then they're like, I know. It's hard to say that now, isn't it?
It's true.
But you know, but you know, guys in West Indies think that though, isn't it? You know, because they're more like third world. You know how they live in and shit, innit?
Yeah, they call you rich boy.
Yeah. Even though it's not quite like that over here. You know, it's fucking shit over here, man. It's, you know, if you can downgrade England and America, man. Yeah, it'd be in the minuses somewhere, man. You know?
Proverbs 21:16. The man that wandereth out of the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead.
Okay, so you feed a man bread and water, but he's still dead.
Yeah.
Well, what was the point?
What was the point?
What was the point? There was no point.
Yeah.
He's gonna remain dead.
Yeah. Because he's living a way that seemeth right unto him.
That's right.
But the end of those ways are the ways of death.
That's right. So he's in the same position he was before.
Right. Even if he ate a fish.
That's it.
Yeah.
You know, a man become a fish, or you're still a fish, or he needs to be corrected. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's why in Ezekiel it says, "Son of man, can these bones live?" Because it's like, yo, man, they're dried up even for the thirst of water.
No, that's dust.
Because remember, you know, the apostle say when he saw the vision, he saw actual bones, like in the valley, low land. And he was like, the Lord was like, yo, can these bones live? No, he was like, Lord, can these bones live? Because, and then after he says what? Son of man, these bones are the whole house of Israel. And now you only got a certain who have the water, who received that. But the rest, like that bug out was here for like 20 minutes.
Did he breathe? Did you hear him breathe, bro? He didn't breathe.
No, that's a great point. I can't record it, so I can't vouch for it. What I'm saying,
Man, it stop, man.
we honestly didn't say nothing to him.
Nah, that's the best way, bro. I was thinking the same
Bro,
thing.
this guy walked into the bus in the middle of the road. I'm just about to check the live stream now. He's at pay camp, man. You know?
Yeah, teleported.
Teleported.
You say,
glided down there. Like.
Right, I see him. He's like wearing like 5 jumpers on that bro. You ain't hot.
He looks dark, man. He
looks dark, nigga. Revelation 11:8. And they're dead bodies.
Yeah, dead. Him. You should have his face in a hyperlink in that scripture. You know, in black. Yeah.
And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt.
Yeah.
You know? And
that land of America, bro.
Exactly. That low land. You know, can these bones live in that low land? You know, them bones are dry, man.
Man.
You know, they're in the congregation of the dead. They ain't got this word that leadeth unto life. You can't. The scripture says is a spirit that quickeneth.
Yeah.
These words, the flesh profiteth nothing. Yeah. These words that I speak unto you, they are spirit and they are life. That's why the disciples, they said, hey, has anyone bought anything for the Lord to eat? He was like, oh, I have meat that you know not of. That's why the Lord was like, labor not for the meat which perisheth, man. But live for every word, you know?
Yeah.
John 4 and 13.
Yep.
Yahushua answered and said unto her, whosoever drinketh of this water shall thirst again, but whosoever drinketh of the water that I shall give him shall never thirst.
That's right.
But the water that I shall give him shall be in him a well of water springing up into everlasting life.
That's right, man. So you know, you think like setting up a food bank is doing the will of the Lord. That's not what it's about, man. You know what I mean? You ain't gonna be saved just because you set up a food bank or whatever, man. But that's all gimmick shit. People ain't really, people ain't not really trying to hear the word, man. They're trying to be fed.
It's living. John 7:37. In the last day, that great day of the feast, Yahushua stood and cried, saying, "If any man thirst, let him come unto me and drink. He that believeth on me, as the scripture have said, out of his belly shall flow rivers of living water."
That's the spirit, brother.
Right, you know?
I was going to look for that scripture before.
And when you go into that word belly, I believe it goes into the seat of your consciousness, which means your mind. You know, you're going to actually literally be washed with the water of the word. All right? So how does a young man cleanse his way? The scripture says, by taking heed thereunto according to thy word, man. This word is the thing that cleanses us, man. You know, and that's that living water. And it's always moving, man. All right, there's always something to speak about. There's always scriptures to speak on, or a video to do, man. All right, because that's that living water, and it sustains us, man, and it comforts us and navigates us through this hellhole, man. You know.
I got one quick one. Psalm 42:2. My soul thirsteth for the Most High, for the living Most High. So that's why it's called living water, because it's from the Lord who lives.
They say if you believe, you got the understanding, man. You gotta be taken care of, man. You know, you're gonna be fed, you're gonna be watered. Okay, them things will come in due time, man. You know, the Lord take care of all these servants, man.
I have a quick one. This is Jeremiah 17:7. Blessed is the man that trusteth in the Lord, and whose hope the Lord is. For he shall be as a tree planted by the waters, that spreadeth out her roots by the river, and shall not see when the heat cometh. And I've personally been to a waterfalls in Ghana, and I saw a tree. When you look at the tree, it's a fruitful big tree, but the roots was directly by the water. Meaning, it means that a drought could come. It could be, it's hot Ghana, it's a hot country, but that tree is always going to keep growing, right? And that's us. But it says that spreadeth out her roots by the river, and shall not see when the heat cometh. So when destruction cometh, we're going to be good, right? But her leaf shall be green. The scripture said, I've called you green olive tree, you know? And shall not be careful in the year of drought. So when the time comes where the truth is not out in the streets, we're going to be good.
Oh, when it's going to be a famine of the word. That's right. You know, a thirst, and it's going to be a thirst for water, man. You know? He said not a famine of bread, not a thirst for water, but of hearing of the words of the Heavenly Father, which the word is likened unto water. You know?
And it says, but her leaf shall be green. What's our leaf? Our understanding. Green represents life.
That's right.
You know? And that's our life. Look, see, like if you see something green,
more life.
That's life. That's more life. If you look at that, what color is that?
Dehydration.
You know? Dead things that.
What's a big one?
But her leaf shall be green, and shall not be careful in the year of drought. What's the year of drought? Famine of the word.
That's right.
Neither shall cease from yielding fruit. What does that mean? It means you're going to constantly increase your understanding. That's why I was shy, cursed out the fig tree that didn't have no fruit. Like, bro, what's this? This is only good for firewood, blood. So that's the same thing, guys. You know, I'm out on the internet highway. All right, yeah, you bear your fruit on the internet highway. And see what's going to happen to you. You're going to be firewood, man.
Destruction of the flesh.
Bad man, fire. Bad man, pull up. You know?
And we'll have to wrap up in it, so you're going to scriptures out.
Revelation, so you have to do.
Yeah, no, go fire it.
Revelation 21:6, and he said unto me, it is done. I am Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end. I will give unto him that is athirst of the fountain of the water of life freely. So going back into this water, man, the Lord is going to give the elect that living water that's going to be with them throughout these end days, man.
They'll keep us hydrated, man.
The words that I speak, they're spirit in our life.
John 17:17, sanctify them through thy truth, thy word is truth. And that truth is able to cleanse you and sustain you. Now when you go down to sanctify, in the Strong's, it says to purify internally by renewing of the soul. And another scripture is wisdom is the stability of their times. So having wisdom, all right, and being sanctified through that wisdom and understanding, which is the truth, you're able to sustain the times, man, and get further than a piece of bread or food is. And because we're sustained in the spirit, even when hard times come, we're not going to taste or suffer the famine. We're not going to suffer it because we have already met that role, so to speak, of this truth, man. You know, we're sustained by the truth.
We will endure. We will endure. That's it.
Isaiah 44:3, for I will pour water upon him that is thirsty, and floods upon the dry ground. I will pour my spirit upon thy seed, and my blessing upon thine offspring, and they shall spring up as among the grass, as willows by the watercourses. One shall say, I am the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai.
See, it started from getting the water, the dry ground, and now because of that, what we say?
One shall say, I am the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai.
So him, that guy was a dry astroturf. He ain't even got grass.
Don't even know who he is.
Yeah, because you know why?
I'm a black.
AstroTurf looks like grass, but it's not grass. It's not living, but grass is living. Right?
And another shall call himself by the name of Jacob.
That's what we're doing now. I'm an Israelite. I ain't black no more.
Oh man.
My mama called.
And another shall subscribe with his hand unto the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, and surname himself by the name of Israel.
And that's what we're doing now, man.
That's right.
No? That's
Straight to the power, man. No?
Yeah, that's it, man. That's beautiful. Hey, man, with that, we're gonna wrap up, man. We're gonna say shalom. Hey, we're praising all those glories. Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Mashiach, HaKadosh, the boys, the apostles.
Shalom to
Shalom.